Hi, welcome to the channel. This is Beyond Authentic. I'm Lisa, and today we're unboxing this month's Witch Casket box. So if you want to see what's inside, stay tuned. I've got a slightly different setup for today's video because, as you can see, I'm now up there in the corner so you can see my reaction as I'm opening up the box. So let's have a look. This is what the Witch Casket box comes like. So then this month's theme is Green Witch. Now, I've got to say, I absolutely love this image. This is really cool. So we've got, looks like a button-up squash, but we've got a gourd. There is that a book and a pen, possibly? One of those atomizer things. We've had one of those in caskets before. We've had a little bottle like that before. The Green Witch book. This is going to be awesome. Nice secateurs. Witch's hat. I wonder if we're going to get any of this in our actual pot today. Oh, some little scissors. I think I've got some of these from Witch Casket as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what we've got. Lots of pictures of animals and nature and plants. Now that is cool. I like that. I like that image. Anyway, let's have a look. It says, February's casket honours the craft of the Green Witch, a witch who works primarily in nature and who incorporates many natural earthly elements into their craft. I do like working with the earth and that earth elemental energy. Please remember to read through this pamphlet so you may familiarise yourself with this month's items. Don't forget to tag your social media. Talking of social media, I did actually get a big response to last month's review. I wasn't scathing, but I wasn't overly impressed last month. And Witch Casket actually wrote a very long and very well considered reply. So I'm just going to read it out to you and give you my thoughts. It says, thank you so much for taking the time to film as always. We really love your honest reviews and feedback. Glad you loved your potion bottle and candle holder. We were so excited to include those. We've included black salt in the past, but many subscribers haven't ever received any, so we wanted to restock those who had and introduce a new item to those who hadn't. Not everyone makes their own, because I said in the video that I do make my own. We often include crystals that are harder to find. Occasionally there will be more common crystals, since again, not everyone has access to stores to purchase these, and we want everyone to have them available. Okay. We can assure you that Deb puts her heart and soul into the ritual kits, though we do have to consider several factors in their creation. Can they be explained without a video accompanying them? Do they come in at a reasonable weight for posting and within budget? Are the items needed easily broken? If so, we can't include them. Can we find the items needed, and can we realistically include them? If a spell calls for half a fresh orange or your own footprint dust, for example, it's ruled out. As you can see, there's a lot to consider, though over the years we have included kits for witches' brews, bath potion, anointing oils, aura sprays, spell powders, not magic, charm bags, spell jars, candle spells, etc. Deb tries to make them as diverse as possible within the constraints of a subscription box. The incense is powerful, isn't it? That's because it's made from 100% pure essential oil, which is very unusual, but this quality is something we feel passionately about. We don't offer ritual sets on the Magic Study. Witch Casket is the only place we do that, so all of our focus is on making them as perfect as possible for every theme. As always with subscription boxes, it's so hard to please everybody, as everyone has different preferences. We do try our best, but sometimes this isn't always possible. We take all your feedback on board. Thank you, and sending blessings. Now, I thought that was a very fair comment, actually, and I will put this on screen in the editing, but I thought that was a very fair comment to some of my comments about the Witch Casket box, because I've been subscribed for nearly 4 years, and I know Patricia, who's one of my mods on the channel, has been subscribed for, if not the same length of time, longer. And we've both, you know, through talking with each other, we both said that there's a bit of repeat. But again, I like the fact that Witch Casket responded. It wasn't just a, you know, screw you and your thoughts. It was a very considered response. And I've got to say, I completely understand how difficult it is for them to create these sub boxes. But I think my comments still stand about repeats and things like that. But again, I do really appreciate them reaching out and to contact me and to message in such a thought out way. So thank you very much for that. It does show you how much attention is paid by Witch Casket and by the whole team to the subscribers, to the you know, the public's views on their boxes. It isn't just lip service. So I do totally appreciate that. And as I say, whilst this box isn't necessarily for everyone, I am still loving the items that I get in the box each month, and currently have no plans to cancel my subscription because I do really enjoy the box. Anyway, let's get into February's box. So we've got the theme. I'll pop that just to one side, and then let's have a look. So we always get an art print on top. Now these, to be honest, I don't really do much with these. I should display them, but after a while I've got so many, but I could put them into books of shadows, or maybe give them away to some of you, or I'm not sure. But anyway, let's have a look at it. So we've got a key, possibly a Hecate key. We've got acorns, beetle, we've got a, looks like a spell jar there, some mushrooms, we've got a book of shadows, we have some crystals, some other art prints, and it looks like a knapsack of some description. But yeah, a fern. I like that. And then this says, what are my goals this month? What practical steps can I take to reach these goals, and what magical steps can I take to reach these goals? And then it says, the seeds are planted, intentions are set, I command my desires be met. And I do really like these. I do think they're nice pieces of artwork in and of themselves. I just haven't yet found a way for me to actually make a use of them. Right then, so we then have our monthly ritual kit. Ooh, now this is right up my alley. A Bury It ritual kit. It says it contains all you need to help you let go of what no longer serves. Now this is burying things, is right up the street of a liminal witch. So then let's see what we've got. We have a black charm candle, 2 little baggies with number 1 and number 2 on, and a little piece of parchment paper. And oh, now look at that. I do like that print. Look at that, with the tree stump and the lamp and the trowel and the mushrooms growing off of the stump. We're getting a lot of mushrooms in this month's box. Anyway, it says exclusive Bury It ritual. And again, look at the artwork. I love the amount of attention that is put into every single box, with the artwork going through, with those designs carrying over into everything. I think it's awesome. It says this kit includes a piece of paper, yes, yarrow, which is the first one, and rosehip, which is the second one, and a black spell candle. It says you will also need a pen, pencil, candle holder, and fireproof bowl. And then it gives us our ritual. This is quite a complicated ritual here by the looks of things. Well, I say complicated, there's a few lines on it. So it says, take your piece of paper and note down anything from the past which no longer serves you and you'd like to leave behind. Oh, so this is a bit like the fire ritual that I did for, was it for December? I think it might have been for December. I can't remember when it was for, actually. It might have been for January. I'll put a link up in the corner anyway, because I did a fire burning ritual. It's quite a common one, to be honest, within witchcraft. But anyway, it says here, I let you go and move on free, as I will it, so mote it be. It says, light the black candle and burn the paper in a fireproof dish, stating the following. Set the candle in a suitable holder and meditate as it burns down. Feel yourself releasing the negative things from your past. Once your candle is burned out, blend the ashes from the paper, which signify the remnants of your past, counterclockwise with the yarrow and rosehip. Take them outdoors and bury them. Visualize burying. Oh, I see. So it uses the ashes. It says visualize burying your past issues and leaving them where they can no longer weigh on you. I like that. I like that, actually. I like taking the ashes and taking them out. I was wondering whether we'd have got some seeds to plant new life from old. Do you know what I mean? So like we take away something and yet we add something. We continue that cycle. But we haven't done that. But maybe that's something to consider adding in. If I was to do this ritual myself, which I do quite a lot of fire rituals, actually, I've got to say. I'm not saying I'm a fire mage, because we all know how You all know how that ends. I don't quite want to set fire to the flat, thank you very much. But, you know, I like that one. I like the ritual. This is one that, again, because it's quite similar to my own practice, it's something that I might even do. Right, so we've got always get an enamel pin, and these I absolutely adore. Would have I had it the right way up. Now that, again, look at that. Again, it's got that theme running through it all with the mushroom, the herbs, or the herbs, if you're American, and all of that symbology. I really like that. And we've got the same design. See, even on the back of things, that design carries through. I like that a lot. I've got a really massive collection of their pins, actually, and I really do enjoy wearing them. Normally on my cardigans and jackets and things that I wear whenever I leave the house, not very often these days, but whenever I do, I'm festooned in enamel pins. So yeah, I like that one. I'll pop that down there. Now then, we've got a little notepad. What is this for, I wonder? It says we've got the date, the time, the moon phase, the season, the location, herb, plant or flower name, the magical properties and uses for it, and some notes. Now that's interesting. Is this a little notepad for our books of shadows to put in when we're doing a working or finding a herb or plant? That could be really useful. I've got a little app on my phone that I've stored everything in, but this would be a sort of analog version of that. Really, this could be a really useful thing. That's really interesting. I wonder what that's for. We'll have a look at that in a second. Well, we'll have a look at that at the end, I should say, once we get the pamphlet. So we get a scroll every month. I'm glad we've gone back to the paper scrolls. I like these for putting in my book of shadows. Now then, this says drying plants and fruit for spellcraft. I'm wondering whether we're going to get another hanging rack or something. Once you've harvested your herbs, flowers and fruits, you might want to dry them so you can add them to charm bags and spell jars or preserve them for use in the future. And then just bear with me 1 second. Yeah, it gives us a few details about how to dry plants and how to dry fruits. Right then, so the next item we've got, a mini altar bottle set. Now we've had a couple of these in the past. I love them, love them, love them. Is this going to be a 3-color one? We've had blue, black and oh no, we've got a green bottle. I love that. It looks like it should have a little poison warning on it, doesn't it? We've got what's this going to be, a brown, oh no, a clear one, it says there. Oops, throwing them everywhere. Oh no, a brown one and a clear one. Now I do like these. I do like these. Now, what do you use these for? Well, I use these for small spells if I'm doing quick workings. I use these, sometimes I'll give them to friends or I'll send them to people with some crystals in or some herbs in or a potion in, depending on what I'm doing. But they're very, very useful items. You can also put small spell workings in them, have them on your altar, because you know they are altar bottle set, but they're also just really pretty things to have. So even if you weren't doing it full of magical intentions, they're still really, really pretty. They are super cute and they are super useful, and again, as they say, not everybody has access to these in person, so it is nice to have another little set at hand. Right, so we've got our stone. This month's stone is a moss agate. Let's have a look at that. Oh, that's a nice, it's a nice looking stone. Now, the thing is, right, I used to know a lot about crystals. As I've got older, I have forgotten, and the memory has blended with so many of the crystals that without my books, I am now lost. I couldn't tell you what this moss agate was for, except it feels like possibly for healing, possibly for grounding, because it's got that moss element to it. So that would be my guess. Let's see what it says. It says moss agate is a stone of emotional balance and growth. Okay, it helps us to process and understand our emotions and aids with new beginnings. A perfect stone for emotional healing, stability and ding ding ding, spiritual grounding. That is awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, I like that. It's also a really nice size for a tumblestone. So that's cool. Always happy to have more crystals. And I do agree. I do agree. Oh, I've just seen on the I just literally saw this on the screen in front of me. We have got a little trowel. That is nice. That is a nice little trowel. Oh God, I'm going to be in the garden this spring, aren't I? I'm going to be planting things, and I know I've got Hessie and Sax here, which I'm not ignoring. I'm just getting to them in order. But that is a nice little trowel in the shape of a leaf. Look at that. I've put a bit of string through that so I can hang it up. That's really pretty. Oh, I like that. This is right up my alley. Oh, I like that. Again, useful tools. It's giving it a little bit of a witchy twist on something that is just a useful item, isn't it? Especially you've got this end you can use as your dibber. Not a dabber, that's for bingo. A dibber is when you make your... You can use your finger, but if you don't want to get all dirt under your nails, which you're going to get anyway, but you can make your holes for your seeds with a dibber. But yes, I like that. That's another very cool item. So then let's go for this bigger bag first. Oh God, there's more bags. Right, let's have a look. This feels like it's going to be a very, very good month. We've got a mushroom. Oh, now that's interesting. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm wondering what that is symbolizing. So mushrooms are amazing things. They have a mycelial link. So they're connected. They're interconnected. You can get a mushroom growing at one end of a forest, and it's connected to mushrooms at the other end. It's such a fascinating mushrooms and turtles. They're such a fascinating plant, but I'm not even sure they're actually designated as plants. They've got their own designation, I'm sure. I'll put it on screen. It's very late in night when I'm filming this, to be honest, and I don't honestly know quite what I'm saying, but I'm sure they have their own scientific designation. They're not technically plants. I think I'm right in saying that. But no, that is very. I mean, this isn't a plant anyway. This is a nice wooden carving. I like that a lot. No idea what I would use it for. Again, I'm going to have a look in the little pamphlet. So then we've got something that's obviously bowl shaped and something that is apothecary shaped. So then let's go for the bowl item. And again, these sacks are going to be absolutely used. Oh, it's a little basket, a gathering set. It says a delightful bowl and bag. Okay, so, oh, a gathering bag. Did that have writing on as well? No, it didn't. A gathering bag. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, I like. A delightful bowl and bag for foraging and gathering your magical herbs, leaves, stones, and other small gifts from the earth. This bowl is made from willow, which is known for its strength and is useful for any magic for renewal, growth, and letting go. It is. Willow is an amazing thing. The fact that it bends and it doesn't break, it bends, and it bends with the fiercest of storms. It's connected to there's a lot of belief around willows in tree witchcraft and connections. I like that. And again, we've got that same imagery coming through. And then we've got our apothecary bag. Is that the last item, our apothecary herbs? Yes, it is. So then let's have a look in this one. This is a really, really full box of, for me, this is right up my alleyway. This earthy, natural, herby kind of connected stuff. I really like this. Wow, look at that. Look at what's in there. It looks like we've got lots and lots and lots of seed packets, doesn't it? Let's have a look. I don't think they are seeds. So we've got some, oh, it's all of the herbs and things we could need. That's really cool. So we've got some bay leaves for protection, strength, and good fortune. Yeah, I like. We've got hibiscus for love, passion, and independence, it says. We've got some lemon balm. I'm going to have to open up the lemon balm because I love the smell of lemon balm. Hold on. It's nice and subtle. I like lemon balm. It's a nice, subtle, earthy smell. I like it a lot. Oh, it's nice. We've got some orange peel for attraction, blessings, and abundance workings. Oh no, let me see if I can get these stickers off without this tearing. because then at least I don't mind sealing the bags with a clip or something, but I just don't want to rip these. Got some dried orange peelings. See if I'm gonna have to smell everything now, aren't I? Oh, okay, that's got an interesting scent to it. So some orange peel, rosemary as well, which is for cleansing, healing and clear thinking. Now rosemary is also known as the queen herb, the goddess herb, because it can be used to replace any other herb. So if you've got a magical working and it calls for, say, mugwort, and you don't have any at hand, if you've got some rosemary, you can use that. It's kind of seen as a replace all, a bit like a clear quartz can replace any other crystal that you need, or a white candle or black candle can replace any candle color. So that's just rosemary. We all know what rosemary is, but not the most pungent of smell for that rosemary, but I do like rosemary. It always makes me think of Sunday roast dinners. So yeah, I'm happy with those. I'm going to smell the hibiscus as well. For love, passion and independence, it says. So this is a really, really good box. The only thing I was hoping for with the trowel and things, I was hoping for some seeds. I don't know why. And again, there might be restrictions. There probably is actually restrictions because they do sell these worldwide. There probably are restrictions as to what they can sell everywhere. But there we go. If you don't know what hibiscus, dried hibiscus looks like. Oh, it does smell of nothing really. No, it hasn't really got a scent to it, that. But there we go. Look at that. But yeah, we go. But yeah, so as I was saying, I can imagine there being a restriction on seeds. Now, I've got actually somewhere behind me, I've got a big container full of little herb sachets with just about every herb imaginable in that I could use. However, I don't have lemon balm in it at the moment. I don't have... I've got dried orange slices. I don't have orange peel specifically, and I don't have any hibiscus at the moment. They were on my must remember to pick up next time I'm in a witchy shop list. So now I don't have to, which is really cool. So then, let's put everything back in the box, and I will, before I do, let's have a look at the little pamphlet. I like this though. I like this a lot. It's kind of like... This is what I'm really pleased that Witch Casket has done this month, because it's kind of like giving us the tools without spoon feeding us into how to use them. Do you know what I mean? There's lots of herbs here, and there's so many different workings and combinations you could use with just these 5 packets of herbs, let alone the other items in the box. So this is actually, I think, really, really... This is, for me, this is a perfect box. Really, really is. The only thing I wish, as I say, that there'd been some seeds, but I'm sure there's a reason for that. So we've got absolutely everything that we're supposed to have. So then, oh my gosh, I really like this month's box. Like, I really like this month's box. This has got to be, I think, my favourite box for a long time. A really long time. I don't think there's anything in this box that I don't like. I think every single item I like. And for £29, that is an amazing selection of witchy items for that price point. It really, really, really is. I'm trying to think what my dud item would be. There isn't an incense. Normally it's really easy because I go, oh, my dud item's the incense because I can't use it. So I'd never have to really think of it. But there isn't an incense this month. So I guess my dud item would be... Oh, I guess my dud item would be the moss agate. Purely and simply because in amongst... I mean... Just on here, I've got a little pot of crystals. I've got another one sat on the altarpiece. I've got another one sat behind me on my backdrop just up there. And I've got a big jar of crystals behind me over there as well. So I'm probably got moss agate repeated a couple of times. So that would be my dud, purely and simply because I've got it. But I love it. I love it still. My favourite item. Oh, wow. My star item, I think... I'm torn, because the item I'm going to get most use out of is going to be the gathering bags, because I will use all 3 of the bags, and this little notebook, because I will whack them into one of my tote bags and whack my boots on and go off trotting around the local areas, finding things and coming back with all sorts of weird and wonderful bits and pieces that I'm sure Rufus will look at and go, what the hell have you got brought all this rubbish back for? But there'll be feathers and leaves and all sorts. And if I've got this and a little pen with me, I can make notes as I go. So this will get a lot of use. So the gathering bags will also get use. But I think, just because it's so damn cute, I think my favourite item is going to be the little trowel, because not so much for burying, but I can see me using this for planting some herbs. I want to plant some herbs this spring, actually, to have them to be harvested this year, just for my own collection. I want to actually grow some from seed this year, as opposed to buying them from, you know, garden centres or wherever. So I think this is going to be my favourite item, closely followed, but I think they will be tied for my star item. I know it's a cop-out. I never tie items before, but there we go. Those 2 would be my star items. But I think I love it all. I absolutely love it all. Even the carved mushroom, which has, you know, I mean, realistically, what am I going to do with it? I'm going to sit it on my altar. That's what I'm going to do with it. And I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to think about the connection to the earth and how fungi grows from death. It grows from cold, dark places. Those cold, dark places within us that we don't even want to look at, we can grow fungi from. And they're also really good because you can harvest them and they grow back several times. So there we go. Those are my thoughts. What do you think about this month's box? Are you a fan of the mushroom? Are you a major fan of the ritual kit? Or do you think it's all just items that we've seen before and that you could pick up somewhere else for a lot less than £29? Oh yeah, I didn't say at the beginning, I normally do. It's £29 here in the UK, including postage and packing. It's £34 in Europe and £36 in the rest of the world. So let me know your thoughts and feelings down in the comment section down below. Also, if this turned up on your doorstep as a subscription box, what would you be most excited about? Let me know that. And also, what should I do with it? Like, what should I start planting? Because we're getting near to planting time. I know we're not quite there yet. Probably another month or so, another maybe 3 or 4 weeks. What should I start planting? Let me know that in the comment section as well. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Huge upturn for Witch Casket this month. I am amazed with this month's value, and I love it all. As I say, I do obviously pay for this myself. There is no blowing smoke up anybody's backside here. I tell you my honest review, and honestly, this month I absolutely love it. But that's all from me. I will be back on another video, and as I always say, stay you, stay true, stay authentic, and I will definitely see you on the next one. Bye bye.